Hi, Miss Garcia's class. Good to see you. I wanted to take this opportunity to talk up some books for you. So remember, you can check them out from the physical library or on our online platform, Overdrive/Sora. In this book talk, I'll talk up some high-interest books with diverse voices that are available either from our library or via Overdrive. So you can follow along with me or just kind of watch this and then play at your own leisure. Okay, so first up, we are on the Leiden homepage. We have to get to the library, so academics, libraries. And we go to our book catalog, and we hit up East Campus. Here's Destiny Discover. It's already logged me in, so if you saw the last video and you logged yourself in, you might be logged in already. Sometimes when you're logged into the Leiden network, it will log you in automatically. So there you go with that one. The first book I wanted to show you is called Internment. This was a popular one at the end of the year last year. Internment. And here's a little bit about it. Now, some of these descriptions, they don't give you a lot, so I'll talk a little bit more about them. But I just thought the book cover was really cool. So this is Internment by Samira Ahmed. This story is set in a horrifying near-future United States. It focuses on 17-year-old Layla Amin and her parents, who are forced into an internment camp for Muslim American citizens. With the help of newly made friends, also trapped within the internment camp, her boyfriend on the outside, and an unexpected alliance, Layla begins a journey to fight for freedom, leading a revolution against the internment camp's director and his guards. So just remember, you would just click hold, we would get a message from you, and we would pack the book up in a nice bag for you and bring it right downstairs to the East Leiden cafeteria. All right. Let's go to our next one. This was one that's featured on the scroll. It's a new book that we just got. Oh, it's right here. You Bring the Distance Near by Matali Perkins. Okay, this book is really cool. It's a historical fiction, and it captures the immigrant experience for one Indian American family. It's told in alternating voices, and some of the voices are teenagers across 3 generations of women. It explores sisterhood, first loves, friendship, and the inheritance of culture, for better or worse. So here's what some of the stories are about. One of them features a grandmother worried that her children are losing their Indian identity. And some of you may feel like you have elders like that too, that, they came here to America, they were the first generation here, and they may be like, kind of looking at you and saying, oh, I think you're losing your culture, your identity here in America. Another is of a daughter who is in a biracial love affair that her family forbids. And yet another showcases a social activist fighting to preserve the Bengali tigers. There are 5 narratives in all, and they all show how this culture intertwines with their identity as they get more and more assimilated into the American culture. I also wanted to showcase a graphic novel. Okay, we have a lot of graphic novels in-house at Leiden, but we don't have a lot on the Overdrive. So if you want to read a graphic novel, this tab will get you there. But this tab sometimes doesn't get you. It gets you a lot to the comic booky type. So remember, we have like these, Batman. You see all these good ones. I saw Spider-Man back up there. But then also, if you want books that are novels, that we also have some other ones that are in graphic form. So this is called American Born Chinese. It's really, really funny. And it is like 3 stories told in one. So it's a little similar to the one we've been talking about before, except it doesn't seem like they're related, but they are. So the main character, main character Jin Wang, he wants to fit in. His family just moved to a new neighborhood, and he suddenly finds that he is the only Chinese-American student at his whole school. So he gets bullied all the time, and he hardly has any friends. And to make matters worse, he falls in love with an all-American girl. So then the book goes somewhere else entirely, and you'll be like, what is happening here? This goes to the story of the Monkey King. And he's one of the oldest and greatest of the Chinese fables, and he was born to rule over all the monkeys in the world. Adored by his subjects, master of the arts of Kung Fu, he is the most powerful monkey on earth. But the Monkey King doesn't want to be a monkey. He wants to be hailed as a god. And then when you get into that story, it changes to another story about a boy named Chin-Ki and Danny, two boys named Chin-Ki and Danny. Chin-Ki is the ultimate negative Chinese stereotype, and he's ruining his cousin Danny's life. Danny's a popular kid at school, but every year Chin-Ki comes to visit, and every year Danny has to transfer to a new school to escape the shame. This year, though, things quickly go from bad to worse. In the end, these three seemingly unrelated stories link up, so you're going to be like, what is happening? And then you'll be like, oh, I get it. Okay, so if you like those light bulbs, that's a good one for you. So now I'm going to go to Sora or Overdrive for two more books that have diverse voices. Okay, because you want to see that platform too. So you see the ones here you can pick up. Now, these other books that I'm going to show you, you can also pick up. So I'm going to show you All American Boys. Okay. That one you can pick up. You've got the audiobook here. They have the ebook, and they have that book here, physical. So all three ways. And then let me show you Will Grayson. Will Grayson. Okay. And that book is an ebook. There you can get the audiobook, and we got a lot of versions of this. So you can get a lot of them here. So you could get the ebook this way, but you can also go to Overdrive, which I'll show you right now, and you can check it out here. Okay, so I went a little fast. I'm sorry. Let me go back a little bit. So I went back to the Live and Libraries page, and then I'm going to go to Overdrive, and then I'm going to search for the books. So the book I wanted was All American Boys. I wanted to share this book because I know that so this one is an audiobook, so you can listen to it, but we also have just the regular, you can listen to it, or we also have regular where you can read it online. I wanted to share this book. This one's a little bit one of Jason Reynolds' older books, but I think it's a really great book that has two distinct voices in it, and they're talking about police brutality. And I think this is a great book to bring up in lieu of the George Floyd and the Breonna Taylor murders. And I know that happened while we were out of school, and I know you might not have been able to talk about it with people. And I think that this book does get you to have some conversation about it, and makes you realize the situation from a lot of different angles. So this is All American Boys by Jason Reynolds and Brendan Kiley. In this groundbreaking novel, Rashad, a black teen, visits his corner store for a bag of chips. A white cop sees him and wrongly thinks he's a shoplifter. The incident becomes more intense as the cop beats Rashad as he rightly claims his innocence. There was a witness named Quinn Collins, a white teenager who knows Rashad, but has been raised by the white cop who was beating him, since his own father died as a soldier in Afghanistan. See the different sides of the story in this book and which truth ultimately wins out. Okay, finally, Will Grayson. You can see how I'm searching there. You can definitely search there as well. So Will Grayson. I always saw this book and I was like, why is it repeating? Well, this is really cool. It's a Chicago story. It's a Chicago suburb story. But Will Grayson, there are two characters named Will Grayson. And one Will Grayson lives in Naperville, and the other Will Grayson is from Evanston, and they actually meet by chance in Chicago. Similar to All American Boys, it's told in two different narratives. This one changes every chapter. John Green took the odd chapters, and David Levithan took the even ones. And one Will Grayson is gay, while the other Will Grayson is heterosexual. And they talk about their lives, their voices alternate, and then you get a sense of what their lives are like based on their personalities and on society's perception of their sexualities. So it really is good. John Green books always have a little sense of humor in them, and this is one that gets checked out a lot in the library. So I hope that you find a book that you like. Most importantly, just keep on reading, and I hope to hear from Ms. Garcia what you guys are reading, and have a great Live and Pride Day. Thanks.